We're hearing from a mother who has asked not to show her face or use her name. She tells 5 News reporter Bo Russell her son was sexually assaulted by 3 classmates at East Side Elementary School, and now she's calling for accountability.
This past Tuesday, a mother who wishes to go by the name Beth got a phone call from East Side Elementary. The school told her there had been an incident involving her son.
When I got there, they had told me that my son had been penetrated on the playground.
Beth says after hearing what had happened, she broke down.
I just bawled. I just cried.
Yes, you heard that right. Her son had been penetrated on the playground.
Jesus Christ.
And this is Oklahoma too.
Cried.
Is it?
There's nothing that can make it right. I mean, I was sick to my stomach. I cried and I wanted my son.
I asked her where her son was taken after the alleged incident.
They put him back in class.
After taking her son to a children's safe.
So after this happened to her son, they put him back in class.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Haven advocacy group, Beth immediately removed her son from Eastside Elementary, but says the school isn't doing enough to address the problem.
Their response is that as of right now, these boys are suspended for 5 days. Could be longer pending the criminal investigation, but I just feel 5 days is not long enough.
Beth says that since she reached out to local news, more parents at the school are coming forward.
After we come to light about what happened to my son a week or so ago, I guess it happened to a girl in the same building, and she didn't come public.
So you hear that? Now she's saying that happened again since last week to a little girl.
Or happened before that she found out.
She said it's happened since to a little girl.
Happened since.
Play it again. I'm going to play it again.
In the same building, and to a little girl.
School are coming forward.
After we come to light about what happened to my son a week or so ago, I guess it happened to a girl in the same building, and she didn't come public till I did. So who's to say this hasn't happened other times?
She says her concern now is a lack of accountability at the school.
If I didn't come public about it, nobody would have known anything. It would have just been a police report, a 5 day suspension, and that'd have been it.
Salisaw police say this matter is being handled.
Or you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
I was just saying it would have been hushed and brushed under the door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it did until she went public. But
it takes somebody to be stronger and don't care about consequences that might happen after. Do you know what I mean?
But not only that, look at this Jesse Butler case in Oklahoma. He was tried as an adult, looking at over 70 years in prison.
Yeah.
Right when it came down last week, they changed him to a juvenile, and all he has to do is 150 hours of counseling. That's it. He don't have to be a registered sex offender.
But that's
nothing.
That's the DA that did that, right? That's the DA.
Well, the judge has signed off on it. Judge already signed off on it. We saw who the judge was.
Well, somebody should have took action. You can't fight the DA or the judge, can you? Not really once it happens.
Oh,
Supreme Court. So you could hire.
I think that's where your attorney general should come in, right? And if that don't work, we need to be writing the president. This is a problem.
That's right, attorney general. And you say, I want you to address this, look into this, and then go to the president, whoever deals.
I say the state legislators all around Oklahoma. I mean, that's who you got to go to. The people running Oklahoma. And if that don't work, we go above them.
Right, and it takes an army.
It's going to take everybody. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's going to take, that's why, Banfield is encouraging people to, get the word out and say, this is a disgrace.
Right.
I just did a sentencing of it was a robbery, right? A young man, 19-year-old, got shot in a robbery. And the other one got life in prison. But this one, because he was underage, 15 at the time, I think he's 16 now. And it was sentencing day. And the things he said, I'll piss on your son's head or his grave and shit like that, laughing and smirking, he had been. And guess what? The judge wanted to sentence him to a very high sentence, but she couldn't because he was 15 And he wasn't the one that shot him, but he was there right along laughing and everything. And now he's got to come back at the age of 18 to be sentenced for
That's
15
crazy.
years. No, why don't you sentence him now? No, he has to become an adult. And once he's an adult, he's got a sentence of 15 years. I'd be like, what the? I forget
Is he
what.
not in a juvenile right now? Are they not keeping him in a juvenile till?
Yeah, that's probably where he is. But the thing is, he's got to come back when he's 18 to be sentenced for that 15-year sentence. And then by then, it's time served and everything. What the? Have you ever heard anything like it?
I haven't. That's crazy.
I said, she said her hands were tied. And I'm like, well.
Then we need to change legislator. We need to change it all. Need to get the right people in to write the right bills and laws. And we just need to do it.
See, there's loopholes. You see these loopholes?
Yeah, you know what the loophole is? Who you know. You damn well know if it was somebody that didn't have any ties to that college, they'd be going to prison for the 70 plus years.
Uh-huh.
It's all in who you know.
It's what you know, who you know.
Absolutely. And it should not be that way. The crime's the crime. The consequences should be what they're supposed to be.
And the law's the law. Because it doesn't matter what state you're in. There's certain laws that the law is like a federal law is the law that you follow in every state. But each county, I don't know, they seem to, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. You would think these teachers are mandated reporters, right?
Yeah.
Why aren't they throwing a fit? Why ain't they throwing a fit? This isn't right. Why ain't they?
They don't want to lose their jobs when it comes down to it. If they stir the pot, you're out. And I mean, I don't know what it's like for jobs in Oklahoma, but people do, become really fearful. And they shouldn't be.
You've got two young ladies, and listen, who's to say they're the only ones?
Yeah,
they're
who's to say?
You know about. Now, do
That's
you
right.
really think this kid, Jesse Butler, is going to stop? Or do you think he's going to reoffend?
Listen, you can't, you can treat these kids, but there's no cure, okay? There's no cure.
Exactly.
There's no cure for the R people. Do you know what I mean? They will keep going and they will increase the violence, and there's no cure.
I agree. Oh, I agree. Are you there, Brian?
So we're just going to wait until it's all over, and then we'll go on to see him on the news again. That's what we're waiting for. It seems like.
I say we can't wait. We've got to try our best.
That's right. We can't wait, but we're going to have to, right? Because they're not going to change that now. It's a done deal.
I don't really know how the law part of that's going to work.
Or can it be tossed out? Can it be tossed out somehow?
Why can't it be appealed?
But who's going to appeal it?
I don't know. This is something we got to figure out. I'm not sure. But you would think if a judge made the wrong decision and lives were at stake, because they are, that somehow that can be overruled.
But the DA went along with it and
fire him.
Agreed with. Well, the community has to fire him. They hired him.
Right. Any DA or any judge that signed up on this should be gone. Get him out of there. This is not who you want running your justice system. There's no justice.
But the thing is, once you're a judge, it's very hard to get rid of you.
It is very hard. But you know why it's hard? Because people don't speak up. You have to speak up. If you sit and let things get pushed under the rug, or you don't speak up because you're scared a sheriff's going to serve you a bogus PFA at the courthouse because he don't want you there, then you might as well not even care about anything. You have
this community has to go to the meetings, in the community, whoever votes on all this stuff, and they have to demand it now and get signatures and send it to wherever they got to send it to. Got to get signatures signatures.
is a petition, and I've got a copy of it. There is a petition, and then they're going to have the protests, the peaceful protests. I think a lot of this is that they've swept it under the rug, but we're not going to let them. We're going to tell everybody we know. We're going to talk about this. We're going to make sure it's known what happened.
Yeah, but the thing is, because of this protest, this peaceful protest, it's getting out there. Otherwise, this protest wouldn't be happening. So
that's exactly
people are
what a
outraged.
protest is for. We don't agree with the justice system and what they did, so we're bringing our voices to say what we don't agree with.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my God, what's that?
That's Brian, but I muted it because I don't know if it's his dog or what. And then, you know, like here.
I hope he's not on the toilet. No.
The parents need to keep on them. Yeah, absolutely. I would be talking to the press too. Exactly. And where is these young kids learning this stuff?
Keep talking to the press. That's right. Keep talking to the press, like Banfield. Call Banfield up. She'll get the word out because she's outraged.
You also got in another school, the last one we just did, a fifth grader. And listen, I've got another video that's a 5-year-old from Ohio who also got assaulted from a 10 and 9-year-old boy, and they scalped her. They not only SA'd her, they scalped her head.
That's the one I just did a short on. That's the one I'm going to do a little video on. Not much because it's new and it's kids. Young.
Listen, I have a hard time covering kids, but I also feel like people have to step up.
They don't like it. Oh my God, they be flagging you, man.
And I say this all the time. DHS needs to be revamped. And they need to get people in there that's going to do their damn jobs. I mean, so much. It's just horrible. So much. And I agree. It's all about money, money, money.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, well, they're just kids. They're 12-year-olds and they're 10-year-olds or they're 15-year-olds. They're just kids. I'll be like, till it happens to your damn kid, till it happens to yours. I said, listen, in Wisconsin, especially Milwaukee, that little 10-year-old, ended his mother's life because she wouldn't buy that game for him. He just shot her in the head. And you know what? He was tried as an adult. I don't know what happened there because, it's going through the system. Do you know what I mean? But they tried him. They said, we're going to try you as an adult. He's 10, 11.
Yeah, this is crazy. You got to try them as an adult. They're doing adult things. My God.
Yes, and they're learning it from somewhere.
They're learning it from somewhere, whether they're getting the parents' iPad and watching whatever they're watching on there, or they've been around a parent that does it.
You're letting your kids watch what they want. You're not supervising them. You are letting them on social media. Social media. They're learning from other kids that watch social media. They're playing too many damn games, adult games, and the parents let them.
Right. I'm going to finish playing this one from Sallisaw. They brought in, they say the FBI, and so has Stillwater, but we'll have to see. You always hear the FBI is brought in, and sometimes that's not the case. We got to figure this out.
Handled by school police. Sallisaw Public School Superintendent tells me that they are following all the correct protocols and will not release any information until a criminal investigation is completed.
I was asked if I wanted to pursue criminal charges, and I said yes. It was some boys who thought they was big and bad, and they took his innocence away.
I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Beth says she's still waiting on more information from law enforcement. In the meantime, she says her son is enrolled in a new school where he's in class with his sister.
Now, the other thing I got to say is these victims are being moved. Not the perpetrators, the victims are being moved. So they're being punished. The victims are moving from all their friends that they grew up with and everything. They're the ones being punished. How is that okay?
But she said those kids were, off school for the investigation. And in the meanwhile,
for 5 days, they were suspended for 5 days. That's it.
Yeah, but in that 5 days of suspension, while things were being investigated, they should have got hold of the parents and said, you got to put your kid in another school. But why take the problem to another school?
Exactly. Why are they even going to school? Why ain't they in a juvie center? Why ain't they being charged? This is bullshit.
That's right.
But if we don't speak up, they're just going to allow it to happen. It's going to happen if we don't speak up.
There's got to be something wrong with you when your kid does that to another kid. There's got to be something seriously wrong here.
As a parent, you've got to be looking at your situation and what are you allowing? What are
They
you
probably,
allowing?
maybe they don't care. That's why.
Is computers and social media and games babysitting your kids and raising your kids? Because I think that's what's happening. Parents
Yep.
probably don't even know what the hell they're looking at on the damn computer.
Nope, because they don't care. What should happen is all phones, everything should be taken away. And when you are allowed to use it, supervised.
It's just crazy. It's appalling. I just don't understand. And listen, this guy, Jesse Butler, walked. And don't you think these other two from the grade school that attacked this other boy, they're going to walk too if we don't start standing up. Because we're making them think it's okay that the justice system could just let people go because of their ties to them, and nobody's going to say anything. And if I was in that area, if I was anybody in Sallisaw, actually anywhere in Oklahoma or anywhere in the world, but mostly Oklahoma, because it don't seem like the justice system's working at all there. Seems like it's all in who you know and your money, and you can get away with basically murder.
Yeah, basically, because what he did to those kids and everything, that is just like murder.
Not only that,
you know,
if you let that slide, who knows? We still got two in the God's Misfits to be tried. Can they walk too? Are we going to let them walk too?
when they see this happen in the courts, they're going to laugh. They're going to say, well, I'm just going to get away with it. That's all.
It's just
And
nuts.
yeah, that's how they're going to think. I'll get away with it. I'm only 12. I'm only 13. I'm getting away with it.
For sure. We
got to make sure that they don't feel that way. They don't think that way.
Oh, absolutely.
The fearing God in their parents that your kid, if he ever does anything like this, start seeing signs, you got to, put a hammer on it.
Okay, so let's take it a little deeper. This one's in Ohio that I'm fixing to play. This happened to a 5-year-old, a 9 and 10. Listen, at 9 and 10, I would not have even thought about sex or anything like that. These kids were 9 and 10 and a little baby, a 5-year-old. They did this to a 5-year-old. I'm going to play it and then we'll talk.
The beating they did to this kid was adult stuff. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. We're going to play it real quick.
I literally saw the worst thing ever. Like,
In Tavia Kennebrew, a mother, heartbroken and pleading for justice. Police say her 5-year-old daughter was beaten, scalped, and sexually assaulted. The people that did it, they believe, are a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl.
I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
Kennebrew says she dropped her daughter off with a family member on September 13th. Somehow, the 5-year-old got outside. The next thing the mother knows, her little girl is being treated by paramedics. Police say the brutal attack happened in a field near East 148th Street and St. Clair Avenue.
Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
19 News spoke to Kennebrew last week. Nearly a month after the attack, she's still wondering how and why this could have happened. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office charging the children with some adult-like crimes: attempted murder, rape, kidnapping, and strangulation. Kennebrew telling us her daughter is left emotionally and physically hurt.
I want her to just be somewhat of a normal 5-year-old again.
The prosecutor's office says they are still going through evidence and getting new information. Our team reached out to Kennebrew's lawyer for comment on these charges, but have not heard back.
Hey, that was that. See, that's crazy, though. I think of a 9 and 10-year-old as still being babies, kind of, They're very young. And to be doing it to a 5-year-old?
Apparently, 9 and 10-year-olds aren't babies anymore, man. They're teenagers.
And why is that? Because parents aren't raising their own kids. They're letting social media and everything else raise them.
Yep.
You can sit here and brag. It pisses me off when somebody brags and says, oh, look at everything that my 5-year-old can do on the computer. I just want to smack somebody for that. You should be teaching your own kids and teach them right from wrong. What happened to the days when you couldn't have a phone till you was 16, and then it was just a house line?
Listen, there was something going on. I don't know where I heard it when I heard it, but it was a while back, that there was a law coming out. I don't know which country it is, might be a different country, where they're banning the phones for kids under the age of 16.
Well, they banned them here in the States too. New
Yeah.
York is the one that did the pilot plan where they couldn't have their phones at school at all. They said it worked out pretty good too.
They got to start taking phones out of school, taking phones out of school, and starting with the young kids, you know, these 4 and 5-year-olds, whatever, because, you know, they certainly have phones on them. And I don't know why, but yeah, you got to start taking phones off the kids, and there's limited use when you get to 18, you know, because kids stay at school till they're 18. So 16 to 18, limited use. I mean, you can do it. They should be at school, not on their phones. What's the point? What's the point?
Absolutely. This is crazy. We got to step up. We got to step up. We got to stand up. We can't just let things go at all. And believe it or not, this affects the Kansas mom's case too. And I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna play a clip, because in the Kansas mom's case, Granny said that the grandchildren was being sexually abused by Veronica's brothers.
Yes, she
And
did.
And we know that the DHS did reports on that, but them reports are sealed. So nobody can have that information. So it's not brought up in the courts. Listen, I say this 1,000 times. What was done to Jillian and Veronica is absolutely horrendous. And it should not have happened this way. It's horrible. But also, who's protecting Veronica's kids that supposedly was SA'd? Why is that not being released? Exactly what happened?
Because they're underage. And it's irrelevant right now.
But it shouldn't be irrelevant, is my point.
But they're
If
underage.
SA happened and SA is still happening, not even just to them kids, but to kids in the household, you failed. They failed.
No, I'm just saying in this case, but if her brother is like that and has done that, maybe he's done it to other people, that should be a different case. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. There's a lot I can't say. I wish I could say.
Yeah, but if that was true, yeah, there was concerns, but they could have worked out those concerns and said, you know, you can't be near him, you must move to a different county, or you must move far away, or something, you know, something.
Okay, my other question is, so how do we go back and make it to where if you have any kind of crimes like this, it's not sealed. I don't care if you're 2. It's not sealed. If
Yeah,
you're
but it's
having
sealed.
sex and doing sexual things to other children and just anybody.
It's sealed for now, but that doesn't mean it's always be sealed. It's sealed for a certain amount of time, but
That's not
then
true.
it's
always sealed. If it is a juvenile, it's always sealed. You'll never see it.
you'll never see it.
Unless you have an aunt that has a copy of some of the DHS reports and she gives it to everybody in your Discord.
Oh, so yeah, because I know the judge seals some stuff, but then as it unsealed. But especially if you're a juvenile, they seal
All
everything.
juveniles are sealed. I'm saying it shouldn't be that way.
Well, maybe the law should change where, what do you consider a juvenile? One that's 16 and under, one that's 14 and under?
They do away with the whole juvenile. We got a 5-year-old that just got scalped and sexually abused by a 9 and 10-year-old.
So now we got to bring the law down a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? We got to make it 5-year-olds now. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And then if you're under 5, you won't be charged. But if you're over 5, you're going to be charged as an adult. How about that one?
I just say we have to get the right people in legislature, and we've got to change shit. It cannot stay this way.
But there's so many people out there that believe that in the juvenile system, and their crimes are getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, but think about the case in Stillwater. This guy was Jesse Butler was being charged as an adult, sentenced as an adult. And then now just a week ago, they changed him to a juvenile. Why was they allowed to change it? He was already charged as an adult.
Well, something's not right. Something's against the law here.
Because somebody had ties and connections and probably money to get that changed to a juvenile. Because it was changed to an adult.
It was done illegally. And I really do feel that's probably what happened.
But also every state, they use DHS, and that system is broken. It is way broken. It's been broken for far too long. My gosh, we got kids that go into foster care and they're missing and they're just ruled as runaways. And they haven't been seen in 10 years, sometimes more. I think Kansas has like 3,000 people missing, foster kids missing, ruled as runaways. That's not okay.
No. Well, something's definitely wrong in that case where you charged him and he found him guilty and he was going to be sentenced or whatever, and then suddenly you change it. There's something wrong there.
Yeah, so one law says the kid that was tortured and starved to death was an Oklahoma case, and they never missed him until he was passed in Michigan. Listen, we had one here in Kansas, in Andover, Kansas, and nobody had seen these people's kid for 13 years. Nobody cared. Nobody followed up, and they found him buried in the backyard after 13 years.
Yeah, and one law 215, you're talking about Shonda Vonda Ark son that moved from Oklahoma to Michigan and moved her other older son to the house, and they both conspired to torture him and mistreat him and starve him until he died. Well, they're both in prison now for life anyway in the state of Michigan, and they can appeal all they want. I love that case. Well, not loved it that way, but I mean, it was a good case and it was very heartbreaking, and they got what they deserved. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make it very clear. This is not just an Oklahoma thing. We just covered Ohio. These are just the ones we're hearing about. So that tells me this probably happened everywhere. But in Oklahoma, if they're just going to get 150 hours of counseling, I'm just saying consequences. You're not scared. They're not going to be scared to do anything. Hell, they'll probably kill people thinking they're just going to be ruled as a juvenile and get away with it. And then at 18, 19, it's marked clean and you're not even on a registry. Things aren't making sense.
No. And this is why wherever you are and you have a story and a misjustice, you report it. Get to your local reporters. Get to a reporter. Get on YouTube. Lots of lawyers and reporters do their own channels now. Get them to tell your story about what's happening in your local court system and injustices that are happening.
Not only
they
that,
report it.
Put yourself in these parents' shoes, the ones that have the children as victims. What would you be feeling right now? And what would you do if this happened to your grandchildren? What would you do to try to protect them? Say, even in this case, this Jesse Butler is probably going to be working right there in Stillwater, running around in Stillwater, and your kids are going to see it, and he's still going to do what he did because he never had any consequences. He just probably got better at not getting caught.
Yeah, I would be, if that happened to me right now, I'll be telling all my YouTuber friends, I'll be saying, spread the word, and I'll be yelling. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be yelling.
If this happened to your kids or your grandkids, you're wrong. It could happen to any one of us. Any one of us.
Yep. It could be coming to a town near you.
Well,
because
think about it, Oklahoma, Ohio, they're two different states. It's happening there. Listen, I think it's happening everywhere, and it is shoved under the rug. But we got to stand up and say, we're not going to let it be shoved under the rug.
It's happening here in Wisconsin because of Logan. Logan, whatever his name is, the 16-year-old that took his brand new newborn baby and put it in the woods and pow in the head 2 times. And it's been going through the juvenile system. He's being tried as an adult, but they were fighting it so bad. And I'm thinking, do you know what he did in the middle of winter in January? Took that newborn baby, put it in his backpack in the freezing cold, took it to the woods, went home, got a gun, took it to the woods, and just said, there you go. Now the problem's solved. And it's coming to trial. It's coming to trial at the end of October, finally. This happened 4 years ago. They fought it in the juvenile system all the way. There's been so much problems with this case, but finally, it's coming to trial.
I agree. Eagle, Stars, and Stripes, it's all over. It's so sad. Kids cannot even go to school and be safe. That's true. Lavender says it happens everywhere, every day to children. I believe that. I believe that. And you know what? What happened to the love thy neighbor? We don't even have that anymore. I bet most people don't even know their neighbors anymore. Life has gotten busy. People's gotten busy. People get lazy. Probably don't even know their neighbors.
And then the thing is, can you trust your neighbors? Because look who's been your neighbor. Not your neighbor, but I'm just saying,
Right.
look what's happening next door, in front of you.
I'm a
People
nosy bitch.
kidnapped.
I'll be the first to say I'm a nosy bitch.
Yeah, I don't know how these people didn't see it. Like that girl was kidnapped and held hostage in a backyard for 18 years. How did that happen in the middle of a city?
Yeah. That's because neighbors don't care about neighbors anymore.
No, they
do their
don't
own
want to
thing.
interfere. I'll be like, it's not about that. It's about doing the right thing. You
Okay,
think something's not right?
You're talking about doing the right thing. This is going to be a little bit off subject, but it's going to get my point across. Our Marine that was on the subway, and that guy was wielding his knife around, threatening to kill everybody, and he choked him and ended up killing him. That Marine had to go through a trial. He was being charged for murder.
Yep.
When he stopped that guy. So
Yep.
when this other girl got her throat slashed on the train, nobody helped her. Why? Look at the Marine that jumped in and helped. He went through a very long ordeal and
The
had a lot of problems.
consequences of your actions can cost your life.
He was protecting everybody, but still he had to go through a murder trial on himself.
But you know, he had a lot of backup from people, the communities.
Absolutely. This is like Kyle Rittenhouse, but they still had to go through a trial. That's a lot. That's a lot of stress. What if he would have unalived himself before it went all the way through a trial? That's a lot of stress.
Yeah, maybe he could be suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Not only that, people can get set up. People can get charged for things they don't do.
That's why you got to stop it, because it's crazy. You either want people to be vigilant, and if they see something, say something, call 911, and then this happens, and you'll be like, hey, I ain't getting involved. That's the end of the story there.
Yeah, but
what about that woman on the train that was set on fire? Ain't nobody helping her neither.
Yeah, because like I said, just the Marine. The Marine helped everybody on the train, and he had to go through a damn whole murder trial. It's just unreal. Kyle Rittenhouse, he was helped guarding them places from being burnt down. Guy pulled a gun on him. He shot him. He had to go through a murder trial too. That's a lot of stress.
Yeah, but he had a lot of community backing him up in Illinois.
Yeah, but if you have judges that have more power, or you got somebody that, like a coach that used to be at the college, you're going to get ran over. They're going to win because it's all about politics, who you know.
I was working in Racine at a gas station when that was all going down, and they were coming to the gas stations with the lights off, plates off, filling up with gas so they could burn the bloody city down. That's what was going on. It was hell. It was hell in Kenosha. And where I was working, that's only a little way away. They were shutting down the freeways. They were stopping people coming. They were burning the city down. They were blocking fire trucks from helping people, setting buildings on fire. It was crazy.
Absolutely is crazy.
It just got way out of hand. You know what I mean? And that went on for what? I don't know, 5 days, or it was going on for forever. It seemed like.
Well, you know, the days where people would speak up has seemed to gone to the side, and we need to bring them back. We need to let our people in the justice system, our politicians know if they're going to allow this to happen, we're getting them out. They're not going to be running it. Get the right people in to run it. Get the system right. This is horrible.
That's right.
And
Because
do you think they're only going to do it to kids? I
Nope.
mean, I'm 57. I'm
Nope,
getting
they do
older.
it.
They could
They
do
don't
it to
care.
me.
Well, of course, they've been doing it to old ladies and everything. You're like
Absolutely.
90-year-olds, 80-year-olds. They've been doing it too. They don't care. These people don't care. There's no treatment for these kind of people. There's no treatment. Most of the time, there's not, because they are mentally sick somewhere in their head.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to say that their parents don't still love these kids that do these bad things, because they will, but they got to be locked up. They can't continue to do things like this. They got to have consequences, and they can't be out in public.
And you know what's got to happen? Oh, well, they can't be amongst all these adults in the prisons. Well, wait a minute. Or there's no mental facilities no more. They closed them down. They need to start building them.
Okay, so let's amp up the juvenile system and make some juvenile prisons. Damn, let's do it.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I
when you
mean.
get a certain age, you just go over to the big boys' prison. Problem solved.
That's right. They got to build more facilities and everything. That's what they got to do, because there's more children committing crimes than ever.
They're going to commit heinous crimes and do the things they're doing now at that young age. They're going to continue to do that when they get older. They're going to end up killing people, not just SAing them. They got to be locked up. Normal kids don't go sexually assaulting other kids.
This is where it starts from. Didn't they say that? They said when they start messing around with kids or animals, that's a big sign of trouble.
Well, like the one girl with the Jesse Butler case, he threatened to kill her and all of her family. As a child, you don't want your family dead, so you're not going to tell anybody. They get fear in them. The victims get fear in them, so they don't speak up. And then when they do speak up, this kid has his parents have connections, and he's able to get off. Absolutely. Internet porn, Netflix, grab mom's iPad or dad's iPad, and they've been on there looking at shit that kids shouldn't see. That's what I'm saying. Not only that, kids can make, like my granddaughter, she was on TikTok. She lied about her age.
Yep.
And had a TikTok. She lied about her age.
Well, how are they going to know who the hell you are? You can put anything in there.
Absolutely.
You should be able, you know what they should do? They should you should have your fingerprint scanned only, and then they'd be able to track your fingerprint. Oh, that put your kid's fingerprints in the system. They say, oh, it's underage.
Well, you got IgG now. You got DNA. Yeah, get their DNA when they're born. You'll have it forever.
That's right. They got to be able to do something to stop these kids just making accounts, and they could be anybody. My God, you don't even need a written letter of consent anymore. They sort of brush past that.
There is such a thing as overstepping the government, but when you have young children doing the things that's happening, you sometimes you got to change things. DNA. Get everybody's DNA.
Yeah, everybody's DNA these days. Yeah, put it into some kind of system where these people, you know, like especially like TikTok and YouTube, will be able to access, and they'll be like, yeah, this person's underage.
And you damn sure don't let somebody off with just 150 hours of counseling when they was going to do over 70 years in prison.
And then
the
have
consequences. Listen, kids will do stupid shit. You know why they do stupid shit? Because they don't care about the consequences, because the consequences ain't making shit to them.
That's what I said. The consequences, they're laughing at you. Do you know what I mean? They're laughing. They'd be like, see, told you, they can't do nothing to me.
Absolutely. And yes, Eagle and Stars and Stripes. First step is to start speaking up. That's why we're speaking up here.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's speaking up and protesting peacefully.
Yeah, and if you have a judge...
Disrupting their day.
Absolutely. But you have judges here that aren't doing things by the law because they got buddies. You damn well know if it's somebody that didn't have any connections, that kid would be locked up. It don't care if it's a big boy prison. They'd be going there anyway.
Well, like that judge here in Milwaukee that harbored that illegal, right? And he was there in court for battering his wife or something, you know, and he was deported at one time. And she let him through the back door, and she thought, I'm going to get away with this and everything. But guess what, Judge? You're not above the law, and she's being prosecuted. Okay?
But we've made them pretty much above the law. That's the sad thing. We've made them above the law. But if you think about it, like our district judges here, they're elected, but they don't retire until it's their time to retire. And then another Republican, if it's a Republican retiring in our district court, they try to elect another Republican. And if you're in federal court, you will see that Republican or Democratic judges, either way, in a federal court, they will not retire until their party is the president. And that's a fact. So if you have Judge Brown was a federal judge here, Democrat, he got real sick. They just put him on leave until they got a new president, and then he retired because the president appoints your federal judges. President appoints them. And once you're a federal judge, you're a judge. You got God and then you got federal judges. You never lose that job. It's hard
and
to get them out of them positions.
And some never retire till they die. And what they're trying to do now is only have them serve a certain amount of years, like 10 years, that's it. And they got to retire no matter what. Boom. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They only can serve a certain amount of time.
You know,
because some of them are real bad, and some of them, who's to say these judges, right, when they get older, you know, everybody that gets older, their mind starts going, okay, no matter what, they get a little slow. What, these judges are exempt from that? We don't even know what mind their state of mind is in.
Not only that, why is our judicial system set up, Democrats and Republicans? You would think in our judicial system with the judges and the federal judges, they shouldn't have a party, but that's a big part of their job. Why do we allow that? You see what I'm saying? It's politics.
Things that
and judges shouldn't have politics. They should be about the law.
They should be about the law, but obviously they're not. They're being used as weapons.
Because we've allowed it. We pay them. We pay them.
Yes, and they don't realize that we pay them.
It's time we stand up. Let them know who pays them.
They think that, hey, when they say, the court's open to the public because it's public, right? And then they don't allow you in. That's wrong.
You can bet your ass if it was a judge's kid or a judge's grandkid, it wouldn't matter if he was 17, he'd be going to the big boys prison. It wouldn't matter if they were 9 and 10 years old. They would be going to juvie lockup, and then they'd be going to big boy prison. There wouldn't be passes like what's happening. The passes has got to stop. If you commit a crime, especially heinous crimes like this, you have to pay the price. I don't care how old you are.
I mean, this crime is brutal and hateful. I mean, the hate in that crime.
Yeah, this isn't just two little kids trying to play doctor here.
No.
And you can't allow that to happen either. But
this was torture.
They've taken it from even playing doctor to way worse.
Look at those slender girls. They were 12 at the time here in Waukesha. 12 years old. I mean, 19 stabs to her body, but she lived, okay? She lived. And that's the difference, because she lived. But the thing is, they sent this girl to the hospital for, it's prison really, for 40 years, and the other one got 25. Yet they're out now. Yes, they are. But at the time, they were sentenced to that 40 years and 25 years. And the girl lived.
Not only that, with this Jesse Butler, everything's been sealed because it's been moved back to a juvenile. So why was he charged as an adult, what changed last week to make this judge change it to a juvenile and change the sentence from plus 70 years to 150 counseling hours? What made them change it? I'd like to see all that paperwork.
How could that been changed? That's ridiculous.
But it happened. We know it happened.
Yeah, it did. And while he was being charged as an adult, nothing should have been sealed. Nothing. Anybody should have been able to get everything while he was an adult. If it just got changed to juvenile.
You could. But now
So
that it's been changed to juvenile, it's sealed, and then at 19, it's all gone. Nobody will be able to get it.
No, but before it was changed to juvenile, anybody could have got hold of everything. Couldn't they?
You know, it's been juvenile for a long time. I'm 57 years old. And I will say, back in my days, you didn't have 9 and 10-year-olds sexually abusing a 5-year-old and doing sexual things with them. Okay.
No.
And very seldom did you have a 16-year-old or 17-year-old that is essaying and strangling women. Okay.
We were too busy.
A normal thing. Now it seems to be normal.
We were too busy, doing school, letting them play on their bikes and playing with dolls and trains.
Bullshit. Yeah. I was too busy thinking that if I did anything wrong, I was going to be buried in my backyard 6 foot under and nobody was going to find me. Because I was that scared of my father.
You had some fear in you. You had some fear, but there's no fear. Oh, because you know why? Because the law has taken away the rights to parents.
Yeah.
Giving it to the kids.
You can't spank your kids. It's called corporal punishment.
That's right.
Listen, I got many ass beatings and I didn't do the same thing twice. You can bet your ass.
You can't slap your kid. You can't do nothing. You've taken their kids can do what they want. They say, you can't touch me. I got the law on my side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm going to see who I can gather, even from this area. And on November 5th, I'm going to go to Stillwater. I'll go walk that protest. I'll go carry signs. Like, I have no problem standing up. It's got to start somewhere, and I'm going to do the best I can.
Are you going to live stream it?
I will. Absolutely will.
Oh, good. Because if you live stream it, I'll live stream it from your live stream.
Absolutely.
And share that way.
Absolutely. And like I said, anybody that wants to go, they can stay in. If you've got to drive a couple hours and you don't want to drive back, you can stay in the bus. We'll figure it out. But listen, the first part is the hardest part, and that's standing up and not being afraid to stand up. And luckily, I'm only 2 hours away, and I'm not afraid to go and stand up. I'm not afraid to go voice. Listen, I got a loud voice too. I'm not afraid to go use it.
But with Banfield getting on her channel and telling there's a protest and everything, she's hoping that people will show up there.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I did reach out to the YouTube creator that went on her on News Nation, and hopefully he'll get back with me because I believe he's heavily involved because it seemed like he was. I'll do what I can.
The one that was on her channel?
Yeah.
Him?
Yes.
Yeah, he'll probably be there. I don't know which state he's in. Which state is he in? California?
I'm not real sure, but I know he's covering it, so why wouldn't he be there? And if he's not there and he's watching this, I'll let him live stream it for me too. Listen, I'm not one of them people. I don't care about clicks and views. I could give a shit less.
Mm-hmm.
We need to talk about it. We need to share it. If you're a creator and you don't feel like you can do a live or you can't do a video, use mine. I'm not going to strike your channel. Even if someday you didn't like me, I'm not going to strike your channel. This is not about me doing something and trying to get clicks and views. This is about getting it out to the public. Talking about it. People saying how they feel about it.
Yeah, that's what matters is getting it out there.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing. That's why, you share the missing and everything. Just get it out there. Just share it. Just share it. But this is injustice, though. This is the worst injustice. There should be an investigation.
Absolutely. And again, somebody needs to have some kind of power where they can go get them court documents and see why it was changed from adult charges to juvenile charges. What, after a year, changed it to juvenile charges when he was charged as an adult?
That's strange.
Absolutely. And also, especially since this is going on in Oklahoma, they're fixing to have elections coming up. You got people wanting to run for governor. You got people wanting to run for political offices. That's who we need to be reaching out to.
And people need to show up and vote
Yeah,
because
absolutely. The people that's
these
already in office
elections,
probably don't care.
these elections are more important than voting for, on November the whatever it is 6th for the president. These voting things that happen, how often do they happen? Every 2 years
Every 4
or
years.
every 4 years?
Mhm.
Right. But these are more important to show up on those days and vote in your community than ever for these judges. They are.
I agree. Eagles, Stars, and Stripes. It's spitting in the face of the victims, victimizes them all. Again, not only that, not only is it doing that, if you think for a minute this Jesse kid is not going to reoffend, you're crazy. He just is going to do better at it and not get caught.
No, it's just a waiting game. It's a matter of time. That's
Or he
all.
never gets caught.
He's not that smart. He'll get caught.
Or he moves to Wisconsin, okay, where he's not in Stillwater no more.
He come to, yeah, they all seem to come here.
I was just using that because that's the state you're from, but it could go anywhere.
No, but we've had a lot of crazies move here, I'm telling you.
Listen, there's crazies everywhere. Listen,
Yeah.
things are not like when we were growing up, period.
The reason why we know about these cases now in the counties in the states is because of YouTube and people.
Absolutely. Social media.
Yeah.
Listen, TikTok. Listen, I never realized there's a lot on TikTok, but I never realized like some of the things that happen are immediate. These people, these TikTokers are going live immediately, and you won't hear it on regular news for 3 or 4 days, and it's like a couple seconds, and TikTok, somebody's got it. It's crazy.
Yeah. They are real good sleuths, man. They get the word out.
It's not even that they're real good. Listen, it's like anything else. They want clicks, and it's a story, and they want to run it. But who
Yeah,
cares?
but they're good at
Social
it.
media is getting it out there, and I've said this before.
But they're good
Sometimes
at getting it out. It don't matter how they get it out. They're good at getting it out.
right? And sometimes people get mad because they'll say, they don't got they got some of their stuff wrong. Listen, when there's crimes, you want people talking about it, especially if it's somebody that has a platform and they can get it out there. Sometimes they try to get it right, but you always want it to be talked about. Otherwise, it just goes away and you never hear about it, and it's a done deal.
It's probably a better place to get things out on because Facebook will shut it down. YouTube shut it down. TikTok
sure.
don't shut nothing down.
They don't. Well, I do see people get suspended and stuff. I've seen it on there.
Yeah, but if you are doing a certain crime and you mention pow pow or something like that, we gotta watch our words. We can't say that. TikTok, say it like it is. Like it is.
Well, and a lot of times you have these trolls out there that, listen, if you don't like a channel, don't go there. I can't say that enough. But
Right.
then they go to channels they don't like and just start striking the channel and doing
Yeah.
reports just to be
That's
happy.
crazy. That's crazy. It's dog eat dog world, I'm telling you.
Well,
Comes
and
down.
then you got YouTube that's using AI for everything. My channel got shut down and I had to fight it, and I didn't do anything wrong. And AI is the one that got it. And they had to turn it around, but that was 24 hours of stress and going, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not sitting here and letting them do this to me.
But the thing, AI is the thing nowadays. Everything's AI.
It is.
Every
I wrote a
single
couple
thing.
songs AI today.
Oh, did you change this? Did you change the voice or anything? Well, of course we do change voices. Well, that's why we've got things. That's why we use editing. That's why, because nobody can say anything. We don't even know what words we can use anymore. It's crazy.
Right. So one log, yes, we went over, I think his name was Morris. But yeah, that guy that was head over the churches just got charged. It's happening in churches, but they cover up for the perps. That was a mega church pastor that the AG in Oklahoma prosecuted after decades. All the money didn't get him off. The AG should be picketed. I agree, but they finally got him. But look how many victims. That's the other thing. If
Too
you
many.
don't stop like this Jesse Butler, how many more victims you gonna have? And he's probably gonna unalive some before he
And
has to do real time.
who's going to stop him? I mean, who's going to supervise him? Nobody's going to be supervising him. He's free.
Right.
He's
He's
free
gonna
to
be
do
free.
whatever he wants.
Yep. He's not even going to have to register as a violent offender. He's got a whole clean slate, like he didn't do anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, well,
I got 2 songs I'm going to play. I want to know what you think about them. I did 2 different ones. And listen, I'm not real good at this, but I'm going to make you one too. But let me play it, and then I'll play the other one. Tell me which one's your favorite. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I better share my screen. Oops. Here we go.
The streets of Stillwater, Oklahoma never sleep. Whispers in the hallways, truth in the streets. We are still standing through the pain, can't hide the stories anymore. They are spreading throughout the nation. Watch your family, will bring it all to the front. This is our people, this is our land. We don't care where you came from. This is where we stand. If you ain't from here, you should still understand. This is all our country, all our land. We are gonna stand up for ours, you better believe it. Today is the day, we guarantee it. We can't turn around and walk away. We can't let our Smith and Wesson do the speaking. We have been pushed on the edge, till we aim for the head. All we see is red. We are seeing the devil at a glance. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Get the word out. Whoa. We are not gonna allow you to mess with ours. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We are coming in, not backing down. We have brought our friends to watch it all go down. We are the Rock Chalk family. These are all our children. This is our family. This is what we pray for. We know God's plan. This is who we are. Standing up for us. So welcome to Oklahoma.
Anyway, that was AI. AI did all that.
Yeah, and it's legal music, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So anybody that just came in, if you have a channel, please cover the Jesse Butler from Stillwater, Oklahoma, who was charged strangling and essaying 2 girls. Charged as an adult, was looking at 70 years in prison. Last week, the judge changed it to a juvenile. Now all he has to do is 150 hours of counseling. Make it make sense. I'm gonna play the second song too. Yeah, I think I hit something when I played that, and it stopped the. It was weird. It sounded weird. It didn't sound like it did earlier, and I hit something. I don't know what I hit, but I hit something. Here, let's play the other one real quick.
You hit it on the head.
I did something, that's for sure, because it sure sounded funny. It didn't sound like it did earlier.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded normal to me. What's
Really?
normal? Yeah.
Well, here's the other
I don't
one.
know.
Here's the other one. Let's try it.
Streets of Stillwater, Oklahoma never sleep. Whispers in the hallways, truth in the streets. We are still standing through the pain. Can't hide the stories anymore. They are spreading throughout the nation. Rock Chalk family will bring it all to the front. This is our people. This is our land. We don't care where you came from. This is where we stand. If you ain't from here, you should still understand. This is all our country, all our land. We're gonna stand up for ours. You better believe it. Today is the day we guarantee it. We can't turn around and walk away. We can't let our Smith and Wesson do the speaking. We have been pushed on the edge. We aim for the head. All we see is red. We are seeing the devil at a glance. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We are not going to allow you to mess with ours. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We are coming in, not backing down. We have brought our friends to watch it all go down. We are the Rock Chalk family. These are all our children. This is our family. This is what we pray for. We know God's plan. This is who we are, standing up for ours. So welcome to Oklahoma.
There you go. Anyway, that's something I just did quickly today. I was so angry and I was trying to get my mind off of this going on. It's heartbreaking. It just tears me up.
Yeah.
I can't sit back and not say anything. I just can't.
You should do some shorts, because if you do some shorts on this, it gets to more people.
Absolutely. Like I said, if somebody new came in or you're in the bushes and you're watching, please cover this. Even if you have to use my live. I wouldn't use my live because I'm not very good at it. But if you have to use it, I won't strike you. Get it out there. Talk about it. It can happen to any one of us. We got to stop.
And it's happening to more people every single day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the voice has got to start somewhere. So I'll be glad to do it. And like I said, I'll go to the protest. I'll go live, and you can jump up on panel, and you can stream it live on yours. Anybody that wants to do it. If you have a channel on November 5th and you want to stream the live of the protest, I'll let you.
What time is it? What time is it in Oklahoma?
I don't know. I got to find all that out. All I know is it's November 5th.
Yeah, well, it's coming up soon. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Because I was going to go to the arraignments, but I'll go to this instead. The arraignments are just probably still going to, it's just Tad and Cole. And they're probably still going to say they're not guilty. So I think they're both important, but this is more important because this has got to get out there.
Yeah, and I bet you there'd be some local reporters there. Hopefully they report.
Well, I did send a message to Dan. I met some really good News Nation people when I was down in the Panhandle. I called News Nation. They sent, it's kind of crazy how it worked. They sent a news reporter and a producer, and Dan was the producer, great. And once the story got big, they pulled them. They pulled Dan and the other lady and didn't let them cover it anymore and brought Brian Inton and everybody in. But at first, they didn't even want to cover it at all.
No, and they brought their top men in, right?
Yeah, they did. They sure did.
Yeah.
Laura Ingle, all of them. And Dan and them was stuck on something else. They got taken off the case. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And why is
that? Should have been their story. They're the reporters. It should have been their story to make them bigger. Do you know what I mean? Make them into a star, you know?
Yep. But once the other anchors of News Nation thought it was a big deal, they wanted it.
Yeah, they sure did. You know what they could do is they should do what Brian did, made his own YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, everybody's going to their own YouTube channel. Ashley Banfield's got her own.
Yeah.
Jennifer Coppendogger, she's got her own. Shit, Jennifer's from Wichita, Kansas. Her husband's from Derby, Kansas. Maybe I should send her something. See if she wants to try to cover this case.
Yeah, because when they got their own channels, they can say what they bloody want and bring their own guests on.
Have you watched Ashley Banfield, not her News Nation, but her channel?
Yeah.
She cusses. Listen,
what is it? It's called Drop Dead Serious.
Yeah. And she opens up when she's doing her reports from there. They're good. She's not held back. She definitely says what she thinks.
Yeah, and she's got her little fur baby as a partner in crime sitting on the floor.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, she knows about this case, but if there's any other cases that needs to be out there, just drop her a line on Dead Serious. Do you know what I mean?
I did drop her a line, letting her know that the case in Salisbury. That's new. That's last week.
I think she's done that, and she.
I mean, your kids can't even go to school on the playground, and they're at school at recess and get essayed. Come on now.
That's crazy.
And
you know,
they get
used
5
to
days
be.
suspension. That's it.
Yeah, but the thing is, when kids were in the playground, they're supposed to have supervisors that are supervising kids in the playground. Where's the supervision? Where?
Absolutely. So one law, listen, you're saying exactly what I've been hinting to and thinking about. What are these parents doing? The state should be doing a complete history of those kids, because somewhere in their history is a child violator. There are parents today trafficking their own children. I agree. And these kids learn these sexual things from somewhere.
But the thing is, the social services are not doing their job as well. We've seen many kids that the social workers visiting them did nothing but make things worse. Not everybody, but I'm just saying.
Right.
So if social services were involved at some point, they've just lost it. Paperwork's gone. They've closed it. They haven't got enough money. They ain't got enough staff. There's always something. And not to say not every social worker is a good social worker, okay?
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to see here if I can. Lavender sent me the rally. It says 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on November 5th.
That's Oklahoma time. So what time is it? Oh, that's
Central time. It'd be
that's Central time. Yeah, it's Central time right there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Central time. Like I said, I'm about 2 hours from that.
Yeah, you said you're 2 hours. You know, you could be in a different time zone in 2 hours. Just making sure. So
Oh,
10 o'clock it
absolutely.
starts. 10 o'clock it starts from wherever it starts, and then it ends wherever it ends. Outside the, where is it ending? Outside the courthouse or the a community center? Where is it ending?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to share this picture, and I'm not real good at it. It put it up in the top corner there.
You can't really see it. It's a
Here,
little
hold
bit.
on. I might be able to do it this way.
You upload it on your StreamYard. Upload it as a picture, and then share it.
I'm trying, and I'm not working out real well with it.
Just upload a picture that you've got in your downloads and everything, and upload it.
Well, I didn't get it very well. Oh, okay.
Well,
I
you've
know what
uploaded it. You've uploaded it from there into your what's the name? You can go down, scroll down, and upload it into the other pictures.
I think I listen. This is probably not the way to do it, but I'm going to figure out how to do it here. I think I got it, where I can share it. Too much for me to learn, let me tell you. Your girl does not have skills like that.
You got
Okay.
a lot of skills.
Let's see here, Stillwater, Oklahoma. I'm just going to put it in a post on my community page. Oops, I spelled Oklahoma wrong. Okay.
Yeah, when she puts it up there, you can screenshot it, guys.
Well,
and screenshot it and then share it. Put it on your YouTube post or share it anywhere you have social media. Facebook, share it on your Facebook to your friends, to groups. If you're in groups, share it. The groups.
absolutely. Okay, so I clicked it. I put it on here. What's going on here? This thing. This thing. Rock's not having good luck here. Okay.
So take your time. You got all day. No.
I got all day? It's the evening, dear.
I know. The rest of the day.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to do it this way. I think
Just
I've
joke.
got it. Listen, there's still so much that I'm learning. I know enough to get by on just what I want to do. And that's okay with me, except when we have stuff like this come on.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing all right. Take your time.
It won't let me post it. Is that because I'm live right now?
You're on your StreamYard, right? Are you
I
on StreamYard?
am, but I was trying to post it on my YouTube channel. Hold on, let's see if I can figure this out with you guys.
Just upload it the same you did your what's it?
I tried, but for some reason it's not letting me do it.
Maybe you got too many pictures up. You have to delete the pictures to put other pictures up. Sometimes you have too many.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it this way. Let's see if you guys can. Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing, right? Okay, we're gonna go to posts.
And we'll we can see what you're doing.
Rally
toast
in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Is that where you got it from?
Yep.
Oh, okay, then that'll work.
What do you mean? Is that where I got it from? I'm now trying to select.
No, where did you get that poster from? I'm saying, where did you get it?
Well, I don't know where she got it, but it was on the Facebook site.
Okay, because you can go share Facebook and see it on the site. You can share Facebook too. If you find it on Facebook, then share the Facebook and you can show it that way.
There it is. Okay, there it is.
Okay, you have to take the messages off and make it bigger. And click on the picture and make it bigger. Yeah, and then click on the picture and make it bigger. It might come up bigger. I don't know. That as big as it goes?
Yes.
Well, we can't see the writing or anything, only join the rally.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now you should be able to see it.
No, that's all it says. There's no writing, what times or anything.
There it is.
Okay, that's it.
There. It's faster than the screen. It's fast. It just took a minute. But there it is. November 5th, 10 a.m. to 3. I'm going to find out where exactly
Okay. Yeah.
in Stillwater it'll be at, because this don't say. It says join the rally. So I'll have to find that out, and then I'll let everybody know.
Yeah, just put it underneath in your comments, or edit it and then put it where it says the rally.
We'll do another live too, and I'll find out exactly where the rally's going to be. If anybody's interested, get a hold of me. And one law, if you'll go to that post and just post something, I'll send you my email. I don't have a fake email.
I'll put that picture up again. I didn't click a screenshot of it. Oh, maybe I could do it for yours.
Hold on. There you go.
You have to take the comments off.
Is the comment still on there?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, take the comment off though.
Is it not off? I think it is.
It's
just
off
taking
now.
a minute.
Oh, it takes a while.
Yeah. There's a
Okay.
real lapse. That's one thing hard about doing lives too, because there's a lapse. I could be talking, but then 5 minutes later, it's on my TV.
You just have to make that picture come up a little bit because it's missing the time.
And one law, you're right. It don't seem like in Kansas. I think in Oklahoma, because Oklahoma has their governor's race next year. It's every 4 years, but it's the opposite of the president. Okay. And unfortunately, people don't vote in masses until it's also a POTUS election. I agree.
Uh-huh.
I agree. Well, we'll go live again on Tuesday evening around 7. And is there anything else you want to cover? And thank you so much, Journey, for coming up.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it was some good information. And do you have anything else in writing about this case?
I do.
Maybe share it if you could.
Yeah, I am not everybody knows I'm not real good at Facebook, but under Ashley Banfield on Facebook, I typed it in, but this is a Eric Garcia, and it says, Jesse Butler is a nuisance to Stillwater and all girls in Stillwater. I personally used to go to school with this kid, and he's a weirdo. Had multiple different Instagram accounts and social media accounts just to try and speak to me. Luckily, nothing happened. All of my heartwarming love to the girls who had to go through the pain and suffering of trauma of Jesse. And it's actually a petition here. I'm pulling it up. There's already been 42,444 signatures. And when you pull it up, you can sign the petition. The issue: too often crimes against children end in plea deals. A predator commits an unthinkable act, and instead of facing the full consequences, they plead down to a lesser charge, sometimes avoiding the sex offender registry altogether. Then they walk free, only to hurt another child. One of the most heartbreaking recent examples in this case of 11-year-old Audrey. Oh my gosh, this person put the name. Audrey Cunningham, her killer, Don Stephen McDowell. Just what is going on here? I gotta read this because it's got names in it, and I don't want to give names out.
Yeah, it's a problem if you don't read a thing first.
He was accused of getting into bed with a 10-year-old girl and trying to remove her pants. He pled down to a lesser charge, enticing a child and avoiding having to register as a sex offender. That decision had devastating consequences. Because he wasn't on the registry, there was no public warning, no tracking, and no protection in place to stop him from taking Audrey's life. A more recent case in a former BYU baseball player, he was accused of sexually abusing a relative from ages 7 to 12. Prosecutors stuck a plea deal. Dale pled guilty to 2 counts of felony injury to a child, while more serious charges were dropped. As a part of that deal, he was not required to register as a sex offender. He received 180 days jail, 8 years of probation, 200 hours of community service. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what this petition is. If you believe children deserve better protection and predators deserve real accountability, sign and share this petition. Let's send a message that justice should never mean giving monsters a second chance to destroy another life. This don't look like it's just for Jesse's, though. So, I mean, there's one thing if you're just putting it out. Like, who's this going to go to? Who are they going to take this to? I'll look and see if there's another petition that's exactly for the Jesse Butler case. I think that's where we got to start.
Yeah.
So I'll look for that.
Maybe you should talk to the people that's doing the protest, you know, the one in charge of it all.
Right. It looks like Lavender sent some more stuff. Let me find it here.
Yeah, because somebody's in charge of this protest.
Yeah,
These community activists, you know, somebody is doing it.
Okay. I'm trying to see.
Oh, Lavender, is that the Facebook link?
It is, but now it's trying to make me. Oh. See, I have to pull it up on my phone because I can't click on the link like you guys can there. Everybody can click on it. You should be able to click on that link. Are you able to click on that link?
Yeah, it works. Payne County Courthouse. Yeah, it takes you, click on the link and it'll take you straight to the Facebook. It just tells you some history or whatever, but it just say it has the
what's it
stand
under? Because I'm
against
gonna look it up
injustice.
under. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull it up on here. Okay, what's it
Yeah,
under?
it just says stand against injustice rally, Jesse Butler case, Payne County Courthouse.
Against
injustice rally, Jesse Butler and case in brackets.
Let's see if I can get it this way.
Event by Melissa Pepper Woodworth.
Okay, there it is. Interested. See all. Oops.
If you're interested,
there it is.
click. Yeah, if you're interested, click on interest and are you going? Click on going, or click on invite. So
Right.
if you're going, click on going.
Is this not sharing? I don't think it's sharing. Let me make sure I'm sharing it. I thought I was sharing, but I guess I'm not. Hold on.
Hold on.
Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Stand against justice, injustice. Stand against justice too, because they changed it.
They changed it. Oh.
Okay, there we go. Stand against injustice rally, Jesse Butler case. Thanks for your response. Start a discussion. Let's see here. 460 people have responded. Payne County Courthouse.
We can't really see you because you got a comment on the screen.
Oh, I always forget about the comments.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
Okay. Stand together as a community against injustice in our legal system. In the Jesse Butler case, not only did the legal system fail the victims and our children, the Stillwater High School failed to protect our children, allowing him to continue to go to school, knowing what he was being charged for. Well, I thought he was doing school online, but interesting.
The Stillwater, Oklahoma.
That's where Oklahoma State Cowboys College is.
Yeah, they got some famous colleges and that, don't they, there?
It looks like it's going to be, I don't want to, that's going to tell you my friends, so I'm going to skip over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when you're sharing, you got to be careful what you're sharing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Just in case.
The people in the bushes?
Yeah, just in case. People that are lurking.
Definitely. I don't want to dox anybody for sure.
No, you don't want to dox anybody, but then you don't want to show anything that you don't want people seeing either.
I don't know what the hell's happening with this poor world either, but I do know that we got to stand up. Absolutely. There's no not standing up. All right. Well, we're going to go live. You're welcome up here, Journey, anytime. And if you do a live and you want some, somebody up there with you, let me know. But definitely we're going to share, get it out there. We're not going to sit back and just let this happen.
Yeah. I need a co-host to do some certain things, but I know a lot of people, they don't really like watching trials and stuff. But there are some that you need to discuss.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you have
discuss the case. Too. Yeah, discuss the case. I like to discuss the case about some of that's going on. Don't just sit there watching the trial like I normally do.
Oh, absolutely. And you do have my cell phone number, right? Didn't I?
Yeah.
Give that? Okay.
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah, you can always call me too. Anytime. Anytime. You want somebody up, just let me know.
Yeah, because it's always better when you got somebody to talk to and they can, you know, do some talking and give some input and things like that.
Absolutely. And I hope we didn't trigger anybody, because I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but these are the facts. This is what's going on. And the fact is, we can't stand by and just let it happen. Because if you think it's not going to happen to your kids and your grandkids, it could happen.
Yeah, and these are true facts. This has happened. This did happen, and this is going to happen again.
Right. You know, there's a problem when you also in Southsaw, kid gets attacked by a 9 and 10-year-old on the recess playground. Then you got a 5-year-old that was dropped off at a family member's and got out of the house, and a 9 and 10-year-old assaulted them. And that was in Ohio. So it's happening probably in all the states.
Yeah,
honestly.
Cleveland.
We just don't hear about it.
No, we don't. But thanks to reporters in the news and people that live locally are reporting it.
And our YouTube friends, everybody, subs, everybody. You know, if you're somewhere and you have a favorite creator and you have a chance to ask them just to even look at Jesse Butler and what happened in Stillwater, Oklahoma, all they got to do is type it in, Jesse Butler, Stillwater, Oklahoma. It'll bring it all up and they can cover it. It's important.
Yep. And maybe, what's the name? She should get out there and report on it. Drop dead.
Ashley?
Serious. Yeah, Ashley. Yeah,
She's gonna wait.
maybe.
She's gonna wait for that YouTuber to do it. The guy she had on her channel.
Yeah, but now she's got a YouTube channel. I wish she'd just get out there a little bit more on the streets.
Maybe eventually she will.
Because, you know, Brian's got a channel, but he gets out there on the streets as well.
Oh, Inton? Yeah, because he has to. He's
Yeah.
not an anchor. He's a reporter.
No, but his YouTube channel is his another part-time job. That's his other job.
I do understand that, but I also understand that Ashley
He's still got a job. And they both got jobs. They're both anchors, aren't they?
Yeah, but she isn't the main anchor. He's more a reporter. She's an anchor.
Yeah, he's the one that goes out on the streets and reports.
Oh, absolutely.
He goes to the dangerous, you know, gets out there. He probably gets paid a lot more money. Did you hear him? He says that one time he stated, you know, I'm at home. I think it's Florida or somewhere. He says, I never get to stay at my house and walk my dog anymore because I'm away from the home 200 and some days out the year. That's a damn lot. I don't even think he's married because
He's not. He's not.
No, I didn't think so. But he's got a dog, and I'm like, that's just like your baby, and you're away 200 and some. That's nearly a whole year. He's on the road. Do you know what I mean? With his co-host.
Right. Here is the guy that was on Ashley Banfield, just in the nick of crime.
Okay, let me screenshot that. Let me screenshot it. So, the nick of time, just in the nick of time.
Nick of crime, just in the nick of
nick of crime, yeah, that's what I meant to say. But just in the nick of time.
Says he's a children's book author, advocate for victims and truth, covering true crime, current events, and the stories others ignore, bringing facts, justice, and unfiltered commentary to your feed. Let's see what kind of videos he's got.
Yeah, go have a little.
There is the one of him on Banfield right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does he have?
He got 10,000 views for that.
He was live 9 days ago. Look, a major new update in the Madeline McCain, John Bennett Ramsey, and he's got a picture of Jesse Butler on there.
Yeah, so he probably was talking about him for a minute if he got his picture up there.
Let's see what he's saying. Let's check it out. I don't want to play all of it, but let's see what he's got.
Just zoom.
Because I am. And so with change.org, I created a petition. It's called, in fact, I'm going to show it to you guys real quick and then we're going to get into it because this directly correlates with what we're talking about today. I'm going to show it to y'all here.
Yeah, which one's that?
I can
5,000
get it pulled up.
followers. Almost
Stay with me. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, we're going to get into this in about 2 seconds, and you are
55.9.
going to be furious with what we're going to talk about. There's just no way you can't be, and if you aren't, then you're a problem, I guess. I don't know.
It must be about this case.
Let me share my screen here real quick for you. Yes, Google, you can allow
I think it is.
This is the petition I created. Okay, it's up to 80 signatures. I've only posted it like, I don't know, live an hour ago.
Petition.
Oh, can you see this, guys? Yes. Okay. It's called
one I
Stop
think I
Plea
showed.
Deals for Child Predators. So you all know that across all platforms, I have about a 2.6 million person reach. That's where my platform is. I do have contacts in the United States government, congressmen, senators, etc. This petition, we need to get it to at least 6 digits worth of signatures. Okay, it's sitting at 80. We have a long way to go, but I think it's not impossible. Once we get there, I can share it with people who matter, who are lawmakers who can make a difference in this. And then when you have stories like Audrey Cunningham, who should have never had her predator walk away to kill her when he was caught in bed with a 9 or 10-year-old girl pulling down her pants and underwear, and he was hit with enticing a child, no registry. This other guy in Idaho we talked about not too long ago, Camden Lee Dolly, the BYU player who SA'd a family member from the ages of 7 to 12, and then another girl at a New Year's party when she was 11. Okay. And one of those charges got completely dropped, and the other one was a slap on the wrist. 180 days in jail, no registry, right? So give this a sign. Please sign it. Again, it's in the show notes. Something free and easy that you can do as well. So let me get to what I'm talking about. My friend Dan, who is missing in USA, and I love him. If you don't follow him on other platforms, please do so. He said, we were talking about this petition because he's like, I can't believe that you do this. I was just thinking about this. We had a case in Oklahoma. Okay. And he's like, and I'm like, I haven't heard about this case. Where basically what he told me was that a guy, a teenager, 17, at the time he was 17 years old, he got hit with 11 charges against multiple girls. Okay. And I'm going to go through those charges here in a moment, but I'm sure you can guess based on what we're talking about, that petition, everything else, I bet you can take a wild guess as to what it's about. Now, this guy just turned 18. And let me see if I can find you all a picture of him. Let me see if I can do that real quick. I know I was sent one recently. I know I have this one. This is one, but I'm going to give you a better one in a second. Give me a second. I'm going to give you a better one because we like to call people like this out, and you're going to be like, what the hell? And then we're going to talk about what he did. All right. This is one picture of him. You can't see it really well, but.
So he covered it way before anybody else 9 days ago. His friend told him about it. This is Stillwater, Oklahoma. A gentleman by the name of Jesse Butler. Here we go.
That's what we got.
Actually, we won't call him a gentleman. We're going to call him a perpetrator, Jesse Butler.
Yeah.
And let me get you another one. This guy right here. Jesse Butler. This guy. Right? Another baseball player just like the Brigham Young one. And guys, do not leave this live. You guys need to hear about this. You need to hear about it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but think about all the girls that he assaulted, how uncomfortable it was for them. Okay? Now, this usually when I do these shows, I am very well prepared. I have notes. I have a script that I try to stick mainly to. I don't have that.
And he's ugly.
I learned about this literally 20
Not
minutes
even
ago.
cute.
Right? 20 minutes ago. I got some more pictures, and we'll share them later. We'll share them on Instagram as well. So let me kind of tell you what he did, and we're going to try to keep it social media safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Where's my list of charges? Let's just start there. I'm just, like I told you, I'm not organized today. Several girls went. There are at least 4 to 5. All of them go to the same high school. Okay, which I'm not going to name the high school at this moment in time, but
exactly. Why is he saying 4 to 5? We only know 2. Okay, I'm listening. I'm paying attention.
We're
I'm going to
listening.
read you these counts as best as I can. And guys, trigger warning. And then I'm going to tell you what this is. Count 1, attempted R, word that sounds like grape, in the first degree. That same word again by instrumentation. What that means is objects. Think Brock Turner. Okay? S, battery. Forcible oral sodomy. Attempted R in the first degree. Another R by instrumentation. Domestic assault and battery by strangulation. Twice. Those are count 7 and 8. R by instrumentation again. Another domestic assault and battery in violation of a protective order. There's a minimum of 4 to
That
5
should
girls.
have been jail time in itself.
He pled no contest to him. Okay. Are you guys mad yet? Are y'all mad? Because I'm mad. Are you furious? Because I'm furious.
Yep. We've already got there.
I'm going to get myself bigger again on this screen. Do you think that when he goes to college or whatever he does next, do you think that this is going to stop? Because you and I all know, we all know that this was a slap on the wrist for this kid, now adult. Slap on the wrist, and he will do it again. And I'm going to tell you something that I learned from my good friend, Jim Schmidt, who is Gabby Petito's bonus dad, because now with everything that happened to Gabby Petito,
Do it again.
he is like a walking encyclopedia for DV statistics. And one thing that I learned from him is that if a man puts his hands around your neck, I don't care if it's some kinky kind of foreplay thing or if it's in a case like this, DV case, there is a 750% chance more that he will kill you, that he will end your life. This kid at 17 years old, maybe younger, is putting his hands around girls' necks, strangling them to the point of unconsciousness. And this is why, if you guys can see why I said, hey, I'm going to table the Madeline McCann, the John Benet Ramsey Tupac one, because those updates aren't going anywhere. This case needs immediate attention because there were girls in the Stillwater, Oklahoma area walking around who were victimized by this person who didn't receive justice. So let's talk about what happened, okay? He got charged as an adult. Sounds good, right? And when he was 17, the first victim reported everything to a school resource officer. Charges were then filed eventually, and he was charged with all the counts, some of the counts, and obviously the list grew. Court documents showed that the victim told the officers that the first incident of abuse was off of school grounds at a fast food location. Then they also said that earlier in the year, while the victim was house sitting, Jesse Butler here came over to that house, and when the victim tried to stop, when she said no, which by the way, for any male that's listening to this, no is a complete sentence. No doesn't require an explanation. No doesn't mean, hey, we keep trying to wear them down till they finally say yes. No is no. I have a daughter and I will stand by that, and I will have her ruin you down there if you ever try to do anything like that with her. No is no. All right?
That's right.
Anyways, so she tried to stop his advances. Apparently Jesse here became angry. So we have violence, anger issues. Came up behind her, okay, put his arms, like, and you see how big he is in this picture. He put his arms around her neck and strangled her until she was unconscious. Okay? Till she was unconscious. She tried to get away but couldn't free herself. An affidavit also outlined how the victim reported being strangled a second time that same week. And Butler told her he wanted to strangle her so he could film it on his phone. Let me repeat that. When he did it the second time, he said it because he wanted to strangle her so he could film it on his phone. The fact that, number one, that right there is probably the most mammoth red flag of everything. But the fact that he choked her out to the point of unconsciousness, he could have killed her. The internal damage that you have, you know, the thing about strangulation is that it often doesn't show when you go to the hospital. Like, there's no external, unless they do it hard enough to leave bruises. Everything's on the inside. They can't see it, right? So you have to go to the hospital. You have to get a proper examination for that, which there are examinations for that, just so you know, because it doesn't show marks on the outside typically. But he could have ended this girl's life. Then there was another investigation, and they found similar crimes against yet another female victim, and then it continued to go from there. Okay? It's infuriating. Here's why I created that petition. I'm going to put the petition back up for a second. This is exactly why I created this petition. This is another example. Hey, you know what? I'm going to put it up while I talk about this here. Again, if you guys want to find it, it's change.org. I already have it linked on Facebook, and it's linked to the show episode here for people asking. And for my Instagram friends, it'll be a separate post right after the show. I promise. I'll put it up there. but this is the petition if you want to go sign it to stop, child predators from getting plea deals. I think predators at all, but specifically ones for child, because I don't care if this guy was 17 years old and the girl was 16 or 17 years old. They're still children, right? They're still children. And even if the predator himself is a predator, is a child, it doesn't make a difference. They shouldn't get a plea deal, especially when you're charged as an adult. Okay. So before I get into what he got, okay, what this is, which is going to infuriate you, okay, I want you to think about this. When you get a plea deal or a light sentence, a slap on the wrist for something like this, you're putting future victims out there, right? He will offend again because he got away with it. Several victims come forward and he got away with it. And then what does that say for the people who want to come forward? Why am I going to come forward? You're not going to do anything. Then I'm going to be left. I'm going to be called all of these names, right? Because that's what they do, right? They call you names, right? They allude that it was your fault, that you wanted to do it, right? He didn't do anything. It's never the man's fault, right? What were you doing to make him want to do it? So why do they want to come forward, right? To allow people to continue to do this. Janie just said he doesn't have to register as an SO. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He does not. So the judge, the DA, lawyers, everybody involved in this, when these girls come forward, being their most vulnerable versions of themselves, to share what happened to them, to put it all out there for the public to see, and for the court system to just basically brush it off like they're not worth anything, but he is, it's beyond infuriating. Okay? Somebody just asked, how many times does he get to do this before somebody stops him? He's going to kill somebody before they did. Let's talk about what he was sentenced to. And I'm going to tell you, and you're going to be like, wow, that's a great sentence. You're going to say that, but hold that thought. He was sentenced to 78 years in prison. Okay? And you're like, wow, that sounds great. 78 years in prison. Well, he's a youthful offender. Because of that, he got a final disposition hearing on September 22nd. And let me find where I had all of this. I had it. Maybe let me go check over here real quick. Hold on, I got to find where I put it.
At least he has all the information.
Again, I told you I wasn't here. So here's what he got. There were 3 continuations of the hearing. He was initially sentenced to 78 years. What did it go down to? 150 hours of community service.
He's got the pot of gold. He's got everything.
A curfew, no social media, and daily check-ins. These were 11 charges, 10 of them violent, 7 of them felony. And he got time served, 150 hours of community service, and weekly counseling. How do you guys feel about that? What do you think about that? Juicy Groovy Jacks asked, where can you watch this from the start? On YouTube. It is on YouTube. You can go back. It's live there. It'll be there afterwards, and you can start from the very beginning. Yeah, that's what he got. Basically 150 hours of community service. Now, I have seen some really bad cases where the plea deals, the ultimate disposition, whatever it was you want to call it, the sentence was light, but I have never seen one with charges like this where they sentence this light. And like I said, I'm not prepared because I learned about this 20 minutes ago. It's like, this is what I'm going to talk about. This is what we're going to go through. But you can bet your ass I'm going to find that judge, and I'm going to find that DA.
I've already signed it and shared it.
And I'm not telling you guys to call the clerk of court. I'm not telling you to call the DA's office. That would be bad of me. But here's the thing. I can't help what you guys do.
Don't call the DA.
I have no control over what you guys do. I don't. So
you can call the DA.
When I am more, sorry, I'm going to do that one. There we go. When I am more prepared, I'll put that up there. Somebody said, just like beat Jake Harrow. That's another good example. That's a case we don't have an update on right now. We need to find one hopefully soon.
That's
another one, right? That was a guy who never, what he did to his little girl should have never been out of prison. It wasn't SA, but it was physical abuse to the point that she is permanently disabled. And then he took the life of his son, allegedly.
This is the one in
It's
California.
not allegedly.
Maybe
It's not allegedly. He did. He pled guilty to it.
yeah, last week he pled guilty. But when he
Yeah,
did this
so-
9 days ago, when he did this live 9 days ago,
Yep.
he didn't have that information.
Oh yeah,
That was
right.
last
When he
week.
did it, yeah, he said allegedly. But now we know he's pled guilty to it.
Yeah, I
Not
wonder what's going to happen with the mom.
well. Do you know what? She's got no. He did that right in front of her. She was in court right along with him, and she's got another hearing coming up. How can she defend? How can her lawyer defend her? How?
Exactly, because she's the one that told the police that the baby got
Yes.
stolen in the parking lot.
Hola, hola man, by hola man. And do you know who hola man was? It was Jake.
Mhm.
Jake was hola man. That's where she got that black eye from. Hola man. Everything she said, he's Spanish. He said hola and everything. That was Jake. So I do believe some what she was saying was the truth, because the truth is always in the lies, right? Somewhere in the lies. So the little story she told, I think he did come up to her. He did take the baby. He did punch her. Yeah, that did happen. Uh-huh.
But
Just
it
not the way
wasn't a
she said.
stranger. It wasn't a stranger. It was the baby's own dad.
Right. But everything she said, I think was the truth, but it was Jake all along. He's the hola man. Hola. And you know,
Very well, you could be right.
I am right. Do you know what I mean? She is, that's how they keep to the script, because it's a true story. What she said was a true story. I believe he punched her. He probably punched her out and took that baby.
And she
When she
definitely had
woke
a
up-
black eye, but it was an old black eye, but it looked like abuse to me.
Yeah, but this baby's been missing longer than she said. So, you know.
Maybe she'll
And-
fess up and tell everything. I mean, she's going to have to stand up because she's getting charged too.
Is he sticking up for her? Is she sticking up for him? That's what I want to know.
I don't think we know that yet.
No, we don't. He's going to take the blame for it so she can go free. But just remember, she has 2 older kids, right? They may not have much to do with her. I don't know. But her kids are alive. I don't know what she did with her kids. But now she's got this little baby with him. And the type of man he is, she had to have known.
Yeah, but people have a hard time getting out of a DV relationship. And
Right.
this is why. This is why, I mean, perfect example. Look what Jesse Butler did to them 2 girls.
But we don't really know how she is. She could be just as violent. I'm just saying. We don't know, just because she had 2 kids that grew up we don't know much about, right?
Right. Christopher, you are correct. She's the one that said her baby got stolen outside of the sporting goods store. Yes.
Yeah, she's the one that said it. She's the one that made up the story.
Right. Now the dad has pleaded guilty to it last week.
Mm-hmm. So that makes her whole story a lie. But is he lying? Is she telling the truth? Well, she still
do you
could
mean
be
is
telling the
lying?
truth, and he's lying.
I don't think he gave any details. He just pled guilty.
That's
I don't
right.
think he said he did it or she did it. He just pled guilty.
That's right. That's all he's done. That doesn't tell us nothing who's telling the truth. But the reason why he may have done it, just like the other cases that he pled guilty and got off with, and to get a lighter sentence. And that's exactly what he's got. Mm-hmm.
Did it even say what the sentence is going to be?
I think it's 25.
I'm not sure. So
I heard 25. I heard 25. But you see, he's serving time for his violation of him being on probation from the last crime that he got. Instead of serving the 4 years, he got probation.
that
was
was
out.
with his baby daughter, right? The one that's with the sister.
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah, the one that he served but 1 day in jail for, and he was let out on work release and stuff like that, you know, for 4 years. And he committed a crime, and they put him back in jail. That's why he was back in jail, serving time. He was not just in jail for his missing son. He's serving the rest of his time for that crime, which is about, I don't know, a year or something.
Let's see what this says. I looked it up real quick. Let's see what it says.
Following, covering for quite some time now. In fact, you may remember both of the parents were arrested just 1 week after they reported their son missing over the summer.
NBC4's Kristen Kazaris is live in Riverside with this newest twist in the case and what is next for both parents. Kristen.
Well, calling it Kathy, no doubt it was a very emotional day inside the courtroom today when Jake Otto admitted to murdering his son, Emmanuel, 7-month-old baby. Now, he also admitted to falsifying a police report and also assault on a child. We know he's expected to be sentenced next month, the same day that the boy's mother, Rebecca, will have her preliminary hearing.
That's right.
You did willfully and unlawfully murder baby Doe, initials EH, a human being. I admit.
An emotional moment today in the missing case of 7-month-old Emmanuel Otto. His father pled guilty to his murder inside a Riverside courtroom.
I admit.
32-year-old Jake Otto cried as he also pled guilty to assault.
I don't know why they're calling him Otto because his name's Harold, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Otto.
A pivotal change in the 2-month-long investigation that has shaken up the community. Though investigators say they are certain Emmanuel was killed, they have not yet found his remains.
There were just many questions that we had.
You know, I'm thinking we never will.
A lot of it was answered, except where is
Why
he?
not?
Ashley Rowe is part of a group of mothers from across the Inland Empire that have been following the case that began on August 14th.
She looks a bit white. What's that
Boy's
makeup?
parents filed a report that Emmanuel had been taken from the shopping center.
Some Halloween makeup.
1 week later, sheriff deputies arrested both Jake and Rebecca Otto at their Cabazon home after investigators say there were inconsistencies in their statements.
We've been at the Harrow home. We set up the Harrow home and like the memorial. I'm sorry.
Let me say this. That reporter's got the wrong last name. It is Jake Harrow.
Yeah. He does have the last name. I don't know what he's doing. Nobody corrected him.
No, but these girls just said the last name Harrow too. So
Memorial for baby Emmanuel. I was just over there. We put the solar lights up. It looks really beautiful. So that way he has his own little night light now.
So November 3rd for prelim.
Meantime, the 41-year-old mother also faces charges for murder and filing a police report. She pled not guilty.
We are Emmanuel's warriors, and we're not going to stop until we find out where he's at so he can have a proper burial.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And Rebecca's defense attorneys, as well as the Riverside County DA's office, did not comment after today's court hearing. But again, the big takeaway here is that November 3rd is when both parents are back in court, and that's the day that Jake is expected to be sentenced for his son's murder, a sentence that could lead up to life in prison. From Riverside, Christian Casares.
Okay, so there's not an exact amount until November 3rd. Is what they're saying. Life in prison. That's just crazy. You know, I have been seeing it on TikTok. Them exact ladies have TikToks. And they've been out at that site where the house is. Now, if you remember, Jake Harrow went with the police department and they took him off on the side of the road. Like he had thrown the baby there, but they couldn't find the baby. So did they dispose of the baby and maybe some animals got it? I don't know. But I remember he took them there beside the road where supposedly he threw the baby.
Yeah, he was there for a reason and one reason only. They had a search party out there, and then the police said we weren't searching. We were just out there. No, you weren't just out there. You were not just out there. Listen, apparently the mother or him were seen pushing a stroller at midnight. Pushing a stroller. All they had to do was go dump the baby, bury it somewhere. But I feel like this baby has probably been taken off by an animal.
Yeah, you think it's very possible because supposedly he had beat the other baby and like his sister's got that baby and raising it and it's got all kinds of problems. And then this baby, and you're saying she had 2 other kids. Maybe she was falling in line so he wouldn't unalive her 2 other kids. Like she's a
No,
victim
or
too.
rather, 2 kids are by her ex-husband. They grown.
That don't
They
mean
don't
you
live
can't
with
hurt
her.
them. Just the fact of somebody saying that they're going to hurt your children would
No,
be
I don't
scary.
know nothing about what happened with her other 2 children or whatever they know. I know nothing about the 2 children, whether they were abused by anybody. I don't know.
That
So
wasn't
I
my
don't know
point.
that part.
My point was that she could very well be a victim, and the victim, he unalived this baby, he hurt the other baby, and she could be
Yeah.
scared he would go after her other 2 kids. I don't know.
Well, they do have another child, an older one, the little girl, right? That's with them. That's with them. Not no more, but was with them. She seems to be fine. She
I don't
looks
know.
fine. She looks fine, and you know, she looks normal, shall I say? Not like slow or anything like that. She looked normal. The child that she was seen on camera with, holding hands and everything, that kid seems fine.
But we don't know that. We don't know
No,
that.
I'm just saying she seems,
Appearance
she looks
why
it.
you're saying.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's brain damaged. Do you know what I mean? She looks like she's functioning properly, not like a little baby in his pictures. He looked like his eyes were
I just think
gone.
it's very possible that she's seen what he's did to the other kids, and
Yeah.
that was a hold on her to not speak up about this because he would unalive everybody. I don't know. I'm just saying that could possibly be what was
Oh,
said. I
I'm
don't know.
thinking probably may have happened. She may have tried to protect this kid, but the thing is, she was knocked out, and when she woke
got
up,
a
the
black
baby
eye.
was gone. The baby was gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I
she's
think,
definitely got a black eye.
yeah, I think she did get knocked out, and he finished the baby off because I think what happened is he doesn't like the sound of a baby crying. He can't stand it. It sends him nuts. Something triggers him off. Something
Listen,
triggers him.
I get it. Listen, my granddaughter had colic, and thank goodness we took her to a chiropractor and they fixed it. But that screaming, it is annoying. It's a lot. You can't just unalive somebody for it. You got to get them help. But
That's right. And I think because it happened when his kids were small, so I'm thinking he just can't be around crying babies.
or a colicky baby, you know?
Yeah. Any baby that cries a lot. Okay.
Absolutely. It is nerve wracking, but you get them help. Like I said, my granddaughter had colic. We took her to a chiropractor. He put her on a pillow and would adjust her 2 times a week. Finally, it went away.
And remember what excuse she said about the baby shots? The baby, you can't see the baby because you know he hasn't had his shots. I can't take the baby out, and she was going on like that for a long time.
Yeah, that's what people
Because
said. Well, her best bet is to step up and say everything.
she,
Tell the truth.
her lawyer can't defend her. Not on this. He can.
Well, she could be
Well, he
charged
can.
for
He
a false
can.
report, but if she didn't murder the kid,
Well, if she never did, and he says he did, she's got to say something. That's all there is to it.
I'm sure her attorney will handle it. But I bet we hear it on November 3rd. Now's the time for her to speak up about everything that's happened.
Yeah, because when he pled guilty in court, she was probably a shocker to her, right? It was a shocker, and she didn't know that was going to happen, and nor did her lawyer. So
Yeah, but
we'll
that's in her
see.
favor that he pleaded.
That's in her favor, but that's only if she speaks up.
Well, she ain't had a trial yet. He might decide to testify in her trial and say he did it. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know if he's going to testify in her trial if it goes on or not, because he's married to her.
I mean, why would you want her to go down too if she didn't do it? If you're the father, you know what I mean? If you
'Cause he
did it and
don't
you know
care.
you did it,
He don't care. He does not care. He beat the woman. He don't care. He beat her.
so did he confess just so he wouldn't get like the death penalty? I mean,
Yeah,
does
he
California have the
confessed.
death penalty?
Yeah, they do, but they're not really using it nowadays. Do you know what I mean? They gotta, I don't know what they're doing with the death penalty in California. Yeah, I told you, he did that for a lighter sentence. Whatever that lighter sentence is going to be, he did it for a lighter sentence.
Well,
You know, the
surely
first
he'd get
one to
life in
talk.
prison no matter what.
Oh yeah, we'll see what his sentence is going to be. First one to talk gets to walk, kind of thing. Lighter sentence.
Yeah, that's like Tiffany Adams in the God's Misfits, Veronica Butler and Julian Kelly. She pleaded no contest, but she don't have to testify against anybody. But she pleaded no contest so that she wouldn't get the death penalty.
That's right. There's, you know, when the death penalty is on the table, it scares people to death. Some it doesn't, but some it scares them to death. Hey, I'd rather be in jail than have that over my head.
Well, think about it. Even in prison, they can have visitors.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're dead if they get the death penalty. But, you know, also the death penalty, I mean, look how many appeals that would happen and all that. My point is, in the God's Misfits, what extent is Cole Twombly's attorney going to go to and Tad Cullum? Are they going to try to get him completely out of this? Is nobody going to be able to testify? Because Paul Grice already said he didn't see Tad do it. He was busy. Paul Grice was busy taking care of Veronica Butler. So he didn't see what exactly happened to Jillian. Next thing he knew, she was in the trailer. But her eyes were fluttering, so he stabbed her because he didn't want her to wake up in that freezer. He wasn't sure, and he was panicking. He was freaking out.
Yeah, but he was there for a reason. What was his reason being there?
When we was listening to the pretrial or reading the paperwork, seemed like to me that Tad's attorney was trying to make it sound like Tad didn't do anything that Paul Grice did, both of them. And we all know that there's no way Paul Grice did it because Veronica was beating the shit out of him and got away from him.
Yeah, but the thing is, he dug a hole and he put her in it.
The DNA has, or the DNA evidence is going to absolutely sink Tad. And Cole, he supposedly was the lookout, but he was there when they got buried, so he knows too. Let's have to see how it turns out, but I see him trying to do things shady.
It doesn't matter if you're the lookout or not. You were there, and you're just as responsible.
Yeah, but we're talking about the Oklahoma judicial system. We're talking about buddies. We're talking about who knows who, and these five know everybody in that area.
Yeah,
and the judge is Tiffany Adams' old attorney for her divorce, and he didn't recuse himself. So she had prior dealings with this judge. He was her attorney for her divorce.
Yeah, well, there's something wrong there, right?
Right. And Tad was trying to get him off the case because of that. I think, listen, I'm not even going to say it's the Panhandle. I'm going to say, Hawkeyes, that it's all of Oklahoma. And my gosh, we just watched a guy that was going to get 78 years, and now they've turned it to him as a juvenile. He gets 150 hours of community service and counseling.
I think that case might get overturned again. Yeah, I bet you it will. Something will happen. It's just got to
overturn it. I would think there's a way.
There is going to way, and it's being called public outrage. Okay,
and that's what we're going to do.
Public outrage, and they demand, and they're going to demand.
Absolutely, sharing this and getting it out. Listen, anybody that hears this, they have to be outraged.
Share the link I put in there. Share the link. Sign their petition. They need as many people as possible. They need a certain amount of people, but it don't matter. Keep signing the petition. Just keep signing it.
There's the link. Can you put the link one more time?
Yeah, because I put it direct.
The petition, you said?
I put the direct link in there.
Okay.
To the petition is right there. There's the link.
You don't have to be in the area. You can be anywhere to sign that petition.
Yeah, it's online. Just sign it. Just online.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, as many people as possible. Like I said, if you got a creator that you really enjoy, let them know about this case. See if they'll cover it. It's very important to cover it.
Yeah, copy and paste it on your social medias and tell them a little bit what it's about, everything.
And I'll share it on my Facebooks and stuff, and I'll see if I can't get a whole, listen, the bus will carry a lot of people. See if I can't get a whole shit ton of people to go down there for the rally. Get a bunch of people to go and just spend the night and come back.
and make some posters of some kind.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we already got a song.
Oh, you got the song. That's what I said. Now you need your boom box. Okay, your
I
boom
got a
box.
boombox too. I got the Jeep, and the Jeep's got a lot of speakers too. Plus, I got a lot of Bluetooth, so we can do it.
Oh yeah, because you can take your Jeep along with you, can't you?
Oh yeah, I pulled
Put it
it
on the back.
behind the bus, but listen, I have no problem getting on a damn bullhorn either. Let's go. Let's go.
That's right. Take your bullhorn with you and put your phone right next to it.
Maybe I'll figure out a way to download it to Spotify. Then everybody could play it.
Yeah, I would come, but it's a bit far for me.
It is. That's why I'm saying. Listen, I know Sarah will go because she was going to go to Guyman. I could always go pick up Christopher and bring him back here and then take him to Stillwater. Absolutely. Well, with that said, it's getting late.
Yeah.
And we've kept people long enough. And again, can't thank you enough for coming up. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by and sharing and listening.
Looks like Hawkeyes is talking about going November 5th. You know, I was gonna go, and then when Tiffany Adams did what she did, you know, that's almost a 6-hour drive for me, and that's about $300 one way just for the gas in the bus. So I think I'll wait and go in January. I need to get a hold of Christopher and talk to him, but this is the same day, November 5th. It's a 2-hour drive. And that sounds like to me they need all the bodies there they can for the
I think
rally.
they do.
Gotta have mass. Listen, you think these protests in California and stuff, the only reason they're getting covered because there's a lot of them. A lot of people there. The more
Yeah.
people, the more coverage is how it goes.
Yeah. Because this
Absolutely.
is an injustice. There's very much injustice. This is crazy. Never
Not only
heard such
that-
a thing.
Not only that, that tells me that the one in Sallisaw could very well go like that one. You know, the young man was assaulted, 5th grader assaulted at recess by 2 other 9 and 10-year-olds.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. You got to put a stop to it somehow. This can't happen.
Absolutely. Sign that petition. If you're in the area or if you're in Oklahoma and you're not very far away and you want to go to the rally, like I said, holler at me.
Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anybody on your Facebook, social media about it. See if they want to just come and help out, support.
Yeah.
Get this man.
Share
Get
this
this
story
man.
on all your social media.
Yeah, get this man behind bars for 78 years like he was meant to be going to prison for.
Absolutely. And show that we're not going to allow kids to do this and just walk free because of their age. So one law says, and that's why he got sent to juvenile court from Superior Court because of the difference in a disposition. Adjudicated delinquent instead of SO. Sue parents to bankruptcy. So what that person's saying, one law is saying,
Civil
suit, but still, there's going to be more victims. I truly believe that. I don't think Jesse learned his lesson. I think he's going to do this to others. And he might possibly unalive people.
He could just go to somebody's house, barge in, and do what he did. That takes some.
Not only that, he might be able to hide the way he does things for a while. Say somebody starts dating him, and they get married, and he ends up unaliving them.
He's not going to change, though.
He's not going to change.
No, you can't treat these kind of people. It's
wait a
already
minute.
in him.
Wait a minute, 150 hours of counseling is going to change him, right?
No, it's not.
3 weeks worth of work of counseling. Okay.
No, because he just didn't start at those girls, 4 or 5 girls.
Well,
It's
did
been
you hear that
going
guy
on.
say there was 5 victims, but he only talked about 2?
Yeah, but the thing is, he
Where's the
said
rest
there's
of
4 or
them?
5. Yeah, where are they? What happened to their case? What
Didn't
happened?
you hear him say
What
that?
happened to them? Yes, 4 to 5 other victims
Yeah,
that they know of. That they know of.
Where's their cases? if there was
Yeah,
5.
what happened to it? It was just whooshed under the carpet, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I only know about the 2.
Yeah, because their parents went further and took this further. But it
Well, I hope
didn't
they
start
step up.
there. It
You
didn't
know,
start there. It started way before when he was younger. His parents know all about it.
that's the other thing about a rally and people stepping up and talking about it. It might give the other victims a reason to step forward and pursue their charges.
That's right. Support them where we support them.
So one law says someone is getting paid to get him off legally, so it should cost the parents just as sure as they gave him a gun, the Butler boy. You know, I agree he's young enough, but he's 17. He was 17 when he did this, and so you're saying the parents should be responsible for that?
Well, if you're not 18 and over, yes, that's too bad. That's the law. That's the law. Just like the gun law. Remember the gun law in Michigan when their son took the lives of those kids in the school?
Yes.
That's why
yes.
they're in prison. That's why they're in prison.
Mm-mm-mm.
And that could be happening to a town near you where the law, when your kids commit a violence act like their son did with a pow, and you're responsible for that pow, right? You're responsible for it and reporting on mental health and getting your children treatment.
Again, I think the DHS system needs overhauled. I believe when people have troubled kids, like teenagers, and they do reach out. I'm not saying these parents reached out for help because it don't seem like they did, Jesse Butler. But some parents, they try to do everything when the kids become teenagers and start acting up and they can't do anything. We need to have more things in place that helps parents too. Before something real bad happens, like it's happening now.
Yeah, and by them being tried and everything, this might have scared them into doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get this turned around. And if they're, like the YouTuber said, if there's 5 altogether, maybe the other 3 need to step up, get them charges filed, and let's get this turned around.
Yeah, but the thing is with them other cases, they might have been just a misdemeanor. Do you know what I mean? Misdemeanors.
Well,
that's probably what happened.
I'm going to message him again and ask him if there really was 5. I'm going to see if I can't help him. And he's probably not from the area. It looks like he does this cases all over the place. So he might not be from the area. Don't seem like he is.
This is what he does. But yeah, I don't know where he's from.
I'm going to have to find out. But yeah, maybe we can work together, all of us, with him and figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, because this case is very much injustice and it should never have happened. And how impossible is it to overturn something like this? This is crazy. It's got to go further. It's got to go further.
Well, we're doing the right thing right now because we're talking about it. We're getting the word out.
Yeah.
All
if
right.
we're talking about it, people are listening.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Journey. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We will see you Tuesday. Journey, let me know when you're going to do a live. I'll be glad to help you. And much love to everybody.
Yep. Okay, everybody.
Night, night.
See you in the next live. And the
That's
updates.
right. All
Night.
right. See you later,
Night.
Journey. Bye-bye.
Right. Night.
The streets of Stillwater, Oklahoma never sleep. Whispers in the hallways, truth in the streets. We are still standing through the pain, can't hide the stories anymore. They are spreading throughout the nation. Black Shark family will bring it all to the front. This is our people, this is our land. We don't care where you came from. This is where we stand.
We'll see you guys later. Take care. See you Tuesday, 7 o'clock.
Streets of Stillwater, Oklahoma never sleep. Whispers in the hallways, truth in the streets. We are still standing through the pain. Can't hide the stories anymore. They are spreading throughout the nation. Rock Chalk family will bring it all to the front. This is our people, this is our land. We don't care where you came from, this is where we stand. If you ain't from here, you should still understand. This is all our country, all our land. We're gonna stand up for ours, you better believe it. Today is the day we guarantee it. We can't turn around and walk away. We can't let our Smith and Wesson do the speaking. We have been pushed on the edge. We aim for the head. All we see is red. We are seeing the devil at a glance. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. We are not going to allow you to mess with ours. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. We are coming in, not backing down. We have brought our friends to watch it all go down. We are the Rock Chalk family. These are all our children. This is our family. This is what we pray for. We know God's plan. This is who we are, standing up for ours. So welcome to Oklahoma.
Rock Chalk family rising up like a storm. Oklahoma, Kansas roots been reborn. Texas fires burned under California skies. OHIO screaming into the night. Smith and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Smith and Wesson, locked, loaded, they gleam. German Shepherd pups chasing down their dreams. Fire it up from the plains to the hills. Kansas hearts beat wild, unchained by their wills. Devin Seat, mighty could they cry. Mama lost, holds her head in the sky. Mama Valley 420 battled away. Jezebel witch won't be silenced today. Bitter winds howl on the edge of the plains. Dust and struggle carve lives in their veins. Legends whispered in the fields they blaze. Ignite the night, set the world memories. Lost and found in the shadow